Time to knock it out here before a big holiday weekend. It's TwangZ and Rowdy at WEZL.com. Bill at WEZL.com. Quick look. I have a few minutes to knock out the biggest stories from the blogs, including this one right here. Brooks and Dunn closing it out.
Done. Finished.
Brooks and D-O-N-E. They went out the way they came in. They ended their 20-year career as a duo by performing their first hit together. Guess what song? Did you see?
No. Their first hit would have been, what, Mama Maria? No.
This is Brand New Man. They closed it out last night, which would have been, Thursday night. And with that song, the encore, it was their debut single back in '91. It was a sold-out show and a pretty big deal. What do you think they're going to do? Or what have you heard? They're just going to...
I heard that they just can't stand each other anymore. And granted, after 20 years on the road...
Do you really hear that?
Yeah. That, Kix is pursuing the radio thing, and he's got that top 20 countdown that he does, and he's also got his winery that he's doing, and Ronnie's just going to work on his own solo career, do some new music, and
they were some of the originators of the big mega tours, because they did the Neon Circus and Wild West show. I hadn't heard that they were at each other.
Yeah, there's been some tension in the Brooks and Dunn camp for a little while, and I think it's about time that they split up, did their own thing, but again, that's just the rumor mill.
It's amazing to see that there's just a circle of life. It's, at some point, it's done. Whether they split up somehow with controversy, or they just say, at some point, they age out.
Yeah, I imagine they'll stay good friends because 20-year history together and making as much music, and they'll be back and you'll see them together at the award shows and different stuff. But I think it's going to be a lot of solo stuff, especially coming from Ronnie, and then Kix, obviously, with his radio show, and then the winery. He's just enjoying kicking back.
Going on.
Yeah, he's busy.
Yeah.
Plus, they really don't have to be busy, I don't think.
Now, you got the other big news is the CMA. Are they in? Did they get a duo?
They are up for yes. Okay. No. Yes. Where's duos? You've got the duos. I think they're up for duo of the year.
I haven't even seen for the group. Anyway, read the ones that we got so far.
Well, they're all posted up on both of our blogs at WEZL.com. The big one, the Entertainer of the Year this year, Lady Antebellum, Miranda Lambert, Brad Paisley, Keith Urban, Zach Brown Band.
I'm actually kind of...
It's a great line. I can't argue with it. Miranda's the only real question mark because she hasn't... Granted, she's had a couple of great songs, a phenomenal year, but she hasn't headlined her own tour. That's the only downside I see to Miranda.
Yeah, you can't really argue these guys are knocking out of the park.
Lady A is just now starting to kick off their own.
Well, here's the complicated, because Entertainer has always been based on everything, like concert ticket sales, album sales, everything. Lady A certainly has the album sales. They're like the only one, but they don't really have the concert tickets.
Right, because they haven't been headlining anything. They've been the supporting act, backing people up. And again, that's where Miranda's downside is. I think it's going to be Paisley's year.
I think there's stuff they say going on with like the big block voting for some of the big record labels, like Sony has a bunch, Brad Paisley. I don't know if that's true. Maybe in the past it's got split, but looks like it could be Paisley. But I couldn't argue with Zach Brown either, because he actually has all those things.
Because he's got the tour that he's been doing. He's also got the record sales, and Zach would probably be my pick, just because he's got all the components. But then again, Brad Paisley with selling out amphitheaters and Gillette Stadium, which selling out Gillette Stadium, that's huge.
I gotta say, I'm kind of ticked though. I really think Carrie and Swift were last year's winner.
Right.
Not Carrie. Yeah, Taylor was snubbed for all she does for country music, which is a lot. Argue the crossover. Should we see who it is?
No, it's good.
We're good.
It might be Taylor calling the
hey, stop.
Quit talking about me, man.
Anyway, I think she... I'm kind of ticked because I think she deserves it. Yeah. But it may be for the best because she'll come off the radar a bit.
Right.
And won't.
But she's also in there for Female Vocalist of the Year. So, and, Carrie and Taylor, Reba, Martina, Miranda again for Female Vocalist of the Year. And the big thing with Miranda, the most nominated female in CMA history this year, 9 nominations. And she's got 3 categories that she's competing against herself with in the Song of the Year, Video of the Year, and Single of the Year with The House That Built Me and White Liar, which...
And the engagement.
Yeah.
A show business engagement is
Yep.
always good too. Yeah, no doubt she should be up in the ranks, and she's certainly worked hard. But
And
still.
of course, the male vocalist of the year, Dierks Bentley, Brad Paisley, Blake Shelton, George Strait, and Keith Urban. Can't really argue any of those.
The new artist I thought was kind of weird. We don't have that in front of
Yeah.
us, but
You had Chris Young, Jared Neum, Easton Corbin, plus Luke Bryan and Zach Brown. But you look at some of those, and Easton and Jared are really the only
new
new
ones.
guys, because Luke's been out for a while. Chris has been around for a few years. Zach's been around a couple of years, but
we'll see. It'll be fun. It just seems like another. Again, I thought last year was a changing of the guards, and this year again it's like that.
Yeah.
We're running out of time, so let me jump right to get to charts here.
You
Congratulations, Blake Shelton, 3 weeks in a row, according to Billboard, at #1 for All About Tonight. Awesome. And that's followed by Pretty Good at Drinking Beer. Billy Kernson's going to get that one probably next week.
about the only good thing I am at.
Pretty good. Yeah, you're really good.
I've been drinking.
You're excellent. You excel at that.
I'm a professional.
Album this week, wow, Little Big Town.
Yeah.
Some new stuff coming out. #1 in album sales with about 42,000 albums sold. So proving they still got their good following, and maybe a surprise for Randy Rogers Band.
Yeah, coming in
Burning the
at
Day,
number
2.
And actually, both of those great albums. Definitely get out, buy some music, keep it locked in on country radio.
And remember, one more thing. Make sure you subscribe to us. iTunes, we need to get their backing here. So go to iTunes and search TwangZ and get hooked up there. Till next week.
Be good.
Can't be good.
Be good at it. We will see you.